Good morning, Delaware 1059. Hello.
Good morning. This is Andrew. This is Andrew Wood with Dan White.
Oh, hey, Andrew. How are you? Hey, it's good to see you. I was expecting you in a few minutes, but I'm glad you're on the phone now from Dan White and Associates, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, Andrew is going to speak about Dan White and Associates, and they have a Lewis office. First of all, Andrew, since we're meeting you for the first time on the radio anyway, can you tell us a little bit about Dan White, what you do, and then we're going to get into a little tip, I think, this week, right?
Exactly, yes. Dan White and Associates. Dan's been in business for over 35 years, has been expanding probably over the last 10. I really helped develop our Middletown, Delaware office and spent a lot of time in Lewistown. But what we really focus on and specialize in is, I would call it income security and wealth maximization, specifically in the retiree space. So those individuals that are within 5-10 years of retirement and those that are in retirement. I will tell you, a lot of people that we see that they just don't have the certainty that they're looking for or that they need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really something that we focus on and provide.
Well, let's get to maybe a tip that's on your mind or some information that's on your mind this week as we talk about Dan White and Associates. Andrew Wood, what's your tip this week?
Sure. So it's this time of year. I can't believe January is already gone. But we work with a lot of, again, retirees or people that may have been retired for a long time. And a lot of people out there have, diligently saved and they're sitting on a nest egg. And I do see a lot of people specifically in Delaware that have pretty nice pensions and, their income is secure. So they're kind of happy there, but they're sitting on these retirement accounts and all of a sudden they hit a certain age and they are required to start pulling out what's called a minimum distribution or an RMD.
Right.
And right now it begins at age 73. Now, I will just point out to any individuals that may have turned 73 last year. All right, so technically last year you'll have to start taking those required minimum distributions, but I do see a lot of people that, it's their first year, they're kind of confused and you figure, you know what, I got time, I'm going to sit on it for a little bit. And maybe they forgot to take it in 2025. Well, if you turned 73 last year, and this is the only time you can do this, it's that first year, technically, if you forgot it, you can take it this year, but you need to do it by April 1st.
Ah, okay.
So if you missed 2025's distribution and you were 73 years old, you still have until April to take care of it. Now, if you don't, this is where penalties come into play, and there used to be 50% penalty. Penalty now is only 25%, but it's still a pretty hefty penalty.
Yeah, that's 25% you don't want to have to deal with. How do we learn more and get a hold of Dan White and Associates in your Lewis office? Can you give us a phone number, Andrew, or a website?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So our website is fantastic. It's got basically everything that we do and everything that we cover. It is danwhiteandassociates.com.
You got it. DanWhiteandAssociates.com. Yes.
And if you want to call our office directly, I always tell people it's 302-449-0111.
449. What is the rest?
0111.
0111. 302
449-0111.
449. Sorry. I heard you say 449. I wrote down 444, just like crazy. I'm actually writing it down. 302-449-0111. DanWhiteandAssociates.com. Andrew Wood, good to talk to you this week. Thank you so much. Good to have you here with a tip today at Delaware 1059. We got it. Andrew Wood joining us. How about that? You've heard a lot about Dan White and Associates, and good to know some of the people behind Dan White, and Andrew Wood is one of them. So there you go. You know how to get a hold of them.